What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Family, what's popping? What's popping? This is Chief Kalinago with a Sunday build. All right, the sun is out. It's considered the day, so here we are, Sunday. All right. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of time to get into this little build right here, and we're gonna talk. All right, we're gonna have a great discussion. All right, we're gonna talk to each other. All right, I'm not gonna talk at you. All right, we're gonna build. All right, we're gonna build. Let me just adjust this. Oh, come on, mate. Give me a second here. Let me just adjust this camera. All right, so let me adjust this camera. First off, let me just give thanks to the Great Spirit. Give thanks to, Mother God for another beautiful, beautiful continuation of life. Much respect and honor to the Universal Creator. Give thanks and praise to my ancestors, my universal parents, which is all of the same, and of course, you guys, all right, what's popping, what's good. So I want to say, Sakafet, Wagwan, Shalom, Halito, Mabrikwa, Osia. I mean, whichever way, you want to extend your greeting, it's all good, right? Because all that belong to us. You feel me? I'm just going to talk about a few things today, and I want to start by saying, of course, I put my disclaimer in the heading of the video, that I am not part of any terrorist group. All right. I am not part of any sovereign citizen group or sovereign citizen movement. All right. I am not part of any extremist group. I'm not part of none of that. So I just want to make that clear. All right. Once again, I'll tell people, for me personally, and nothing against anybody who identify as what they feel like they want to identify as, I'm just making my disclaimer, making a public notice that I am not, part of any Israelite group, Moorish group, or Moor group. I'm not none of that. Okay. So that is just me. Like I said in the title, I'm an American Aborigine, and that's what I choose to go by, aka American Indian, and I'm actually of the Kalinago and the Aniyunwiya people, and I'm gonna just leave it as that. So, and this is again no personal shots to anybody. That is just me, and I want it to be respected as that. Okay. Y'all seen the video that I actually did yesterday in the Chickasaw, cultural center, and I had a very interesting build, or should I say conversation, with the gentleman there. And what it made me realize was that, and a lot of people always ask, well, Chief, how do you remain so calm? How do you remain so calm when you speak to these people? If it were me, I would get mad. I would lose my temper. Man, listen. First off, before I do any of those things, I always reach out to my ancestors and ask them to guide me. Okay? Now, just imagine that if I had went into that situation to be, into a mode of wanting to debate, all right, then how do you think that would have turned out? Do you think that I would have actually got him to actually speak the truth? Do you think I would have got him to open up and say what he had to say? No, he would have been on the defensive. However, I went into the conversation to argue my point. And a lot of people don't know the difference between arguing and debating. So if you don't, I suggest you go look at the etymology, right? To debate means to beat up, to beat. When you want to beat somebody, fight somebody. And that's not what I'm about. And a lot of our people, especially on my feeds, all right, they love to debate. All right. They love to debate. They love to challenge instead of having a discussion. Now, I had a discussion with the man and got him to speak the truth. You know what I mean? And that's what, to me, that was good, because that's not the first time that I have done that. I did it yesterday, and I also did it with a gentleman from the Cherokee Nation. I got them to spill the truth, because the point of the matter is, a lot of our people who are not sure as to who we are. Okay. They are seeking knowledge. And when they come and they step into the realm of, conversations where we are supposed to be together and we are supposed to be working on one accord, and these people see us fighting, then what do you think is going to happen? They might as well go back to sleep. You feel me? Now, that's when they step into confusion and they have no idea what's going on. So for me, I want to avoid confusions. All right. That's why I don't get into the back and forth with people on my posts. And people think, well, Chief, you don't want to answer questions. And no, that's not what it means. I just don't want to do the back and forth. You feel me? Because if I respect you as a man or a woman, then I'm just going to leave it as that. But if you respect me as a man, then respect me as a man as to what the brother say that's not who he is. You know what I mean? So just respect him as that. But for some reason, people can't get that. And I don't want to keep going with the back and forth because we got too much things to do, man. We got too much work to do. I'm not saying 2020 is where the world is going to end. The world is not going to end. But we know 2020 is going to be an epic era or time, all right, in our existence here on this so-called United States soil. Even if it's not theirs, but they got it in trust. But the point I'm trying to make is this. We got too much work to do. Instead of fighting and debating, all right, about what we have that's not, but instead of debating on the things that we don't have in common, all right, I don't want to spend time doing that. I really, really don't, honestly, family. I don't want to do that. And for some reason, what I'm getting in my spirit is this. These people that come on my post and do these things, to me, in my spirit, that's what I'm getting. They are provocateurs. All right. They were sent. And that's what my spirit is telling me, man. Listen, my spirit has never guided me wrong. All right. I don't care what anybody say. My ancestors have never guided me wrong. Any situation that I've been in, all right, any situation, they have always showed me a lesson that needs to be learned. All right. And a lot of these people, they come across with that energy as being provocateurs. Okay. They don't sincerely want us to come together to work as one. That's not what they want. All right. That's not what they want. And I already see that. Okay. And like I said, that's why I stopped taking, you know what? I hate to be, and I'm not judgmental, but sometimes you just got to take a stand. And certain people, I'm not going to accept requests from y'all because y'all just keep coming and coming and coming. I don't have the energy to do that. And I'm going to say it again. I got better things to do with my time. I am not here to save anybody. I'm just here to give you information and you do what you want with it. It's that simple. Don't call me your leader. Don't call me none of that. All right? Because you see what happened to your leaders. They take them out. And our people are never in a position to defend them. Okay? I ain't got no bodyguards. When you see I travel, it's just me by myself. All right? So I don't want nobody to call me their leader and put my life in danger. Okay? I am not none of that. Because none of y'all go into, they arrest or detain Chief Kalinago for trying to teach y'all. Ain't none of y'all gonna come to the precinct and get me out. And I'm just going to keep it 100. I keep telling y'all, I am one of the realest ones you'll ever meet. I'm going to just leave it as that. Okay? Because our people, I have seen it too many times. Too many times. It's like, they take you, right? They take you when they see you, when they hear you saying things that sound good, or you're doing certain things that resonate with them. What they do is they elevate you on this leader status. All right? They elevate you on this leader status. And all of a sudden you start getting all this attention. All right. And we already know what happens, right? All of a sudden you start getting arrested because, you want to wake your people up. You want to teach your people. And what? Nobody come to rescue you. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Nah, no. So I don't want to be in that position. If it so happened that the ancestors put me in a position where I have to lead my people, when that time is right, they will make sure that I have security. All right. They will make sure that I have the right people in my corner. Just in case of everything, my people will do whatever it takes necessary. You feel me? But until then, I am not going to put myself in that position. All right. I am not manifesting that with my life unless my ancestors make sure that this is what they want for me. Like I told y'all before, I move in the spirit, not in the flesh. And if my spirit is telling me that something is wrong with these people, all right, that keep coming on my post and want to instigate and push their ideologies on me, I don't want to associate with them, period. My question is, what do we have in common? And you know what problems I want to address is problems such as this. The problems that other ethnic groups are not having in our land. Okay. And I'm going to repeat that. What I want to address is, and what I want to stand for is certain situations and problems that we are having and other ethnic groups are not having. And I'm going to mention a few of those. All right. Now check this out. We have to look at the three basic essentials of life. The three basic essentials of life. The first thing is what? You got to learn to feed yourself. Okay. You got to learn to feed yourself. You got to, well, provide a home. So you got to learn to provide a home for yourself, then feed yourself, then clothe yourself. Now, I'm not going to tell you one is more significant than the next. I'm not going to say that because to me, they all come together, right? You got to learn to build your home. Okay. Build your home, provide food, and clothe yourself. Those are the three basic essentials of life so that you could just even survive. I'm not even talking about living life. I'm just talking about survival. You feel me? And our people are always in a survival state of mind. Always in a survival state of mind. I want us to experience what it feels like to live life. That's what I want us to experience. And by us always fighting and debating and looking at our differences, we will never, ever, ever, I repeat that, get where we need to go. Let me tell y'all something. I spoke to a Mexican brother, right? And he told me one of these days he will actually come in one of my lives. You know, he told me he's a little shy, but he will, at least I could record his voice. And you know what he told me? He said, Chief, Mexicans don't even like each other. I'm going to repeat that. And I'm not telling you anything that the brother didn't tell me. All right. I am telling you, I'm not making this up because he's going to come on a live or at least let me record the conversation. He said, Chief, first off, he know who we are. He said, Chief, I know y'all are, you guys are the Aborigines. Okay. He said, I know y'all are the Aborigines. And he told me, he said, how is it so hard that black people, okay, in fact, he said so-called black people, because the brother is, I'm talking, trust me, he's enlightened, all right? He said, I don't know why these so-called black people, okay? And he also told me the name in Spanish and all that. He said, I don't know why so-called black people don't know that they're the Aborigines. You know what I mean? He said he don't know. He said, when I was growing up in Mexico, the original Mexicans I used to see, there was your complexion. He told me there was my complexion. And then he said once he get to a certain age, all of a sudden he just stopped seeing them. He just stopped seeing those people who look like me. But he said something very interesting. He said, Chief, Mexicans don't like each other. But the one thing they know how to do is when they go into situations, okay, where the conditions are not favorable for them, they know how to stick together and work together. They forget all their differences, okay? They forget all their differences and they work together. He told me, listen, they are not the most smartest people in the world. They are not the most educated people in the world. As a matter of fact, they are one of the most how did he say? Subservient. That's the word that he used. He said his people are one of the most subservient people in the world. Okay, they are not warlike. Okay, but however, they know how to come together and get things done. All right. And trust me, that spoke volumes. That spoke volumes. All right. Now, let me ask you a question. Why can't our people be the same way? And when I say the same way, I'm not talking about be subservient. That's not what I mean. That aspect of that, you know, we could leave that alone. All right. We could leave that alone. But just the part about it doesn't matter what their differences are or were, they know how to come together. And that to me is respectable. It's honorable. And that's why they get things done. Okay. So for me, what I want to be a part of, okay, I could only speak for myself. What I want to be a part of is to be a part of my people that want to work together for the betterment of our people so that we could have an equal playing field. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that the system is against you? The system is not against you. Okay, too many, I'm just so tired of this my uneducated brothers and sisters. The system is not against you. The system is not broken. Okay, the system is not broken. The problem is our people are not educated. All right, it's not educated. It's like McDonald's, right? Typical example. McDonald's is a system. It's a corporation, just like the United States. It's a corporation. It's a business. Now, if you don't like McDonald's, then you have the options of going to Burger King, right? If you don't like McDonald's, you have the option of going to Burger King. If you don't like Burger King, you have the options of going to some other Arby's or whatever. I don't eat fast food, so I'm not promoting it. I'm just giving you examples, right? The point I'm trying to make is the United States is the same way. It's an organization, and you have a choice to be part of that organization or not. You see, what people don't realize is that you have a choice to be part of the United States or not. Well, Chief, how can you prove that? In fact, you have three options. Okay, you have three options. We as the original people of this land, the Aborigines, we have three options. Okay, now there is two that you pledge allegiance to. However, there is only one that they promote. Now, let me break that down to you. When you pledge allegiance, what do you pledge allegiance to? You pledge allegiance to the United States and the Republic. Okay? It didn't say the United States is the Republic. It says the United States and the Republic. So it is two different entities. Okay? And you have a choice to pledge allegiance to either or both. It's up to you. But what they do is they only promote allegiance to one of those entities. So therefore, there's two choices that you have. That is two choices. Here's the third choice. As the original people of the land, nobody should force us to pledge allegiance to either of the two. So what does that mean? It means that we have the option to create our own and then work with the other two, okay, as equals. That's our right, okay? That's our creator-given right. But it's so hard to get my people to see that. Not everybody, the majority of y'all, okay? Because in your mix, there's too many people that's here to cause confusion. And I'm asking you today, stop wasting your energy. Stop wasting your time. Once they start doing that, you block them, unfriend them. Because you see, they don't exist to you if you don't want them to exist. And that's what I'm doing. Because I don't have time for the back and forth. All right? This is not a song, man. Back and forth. No, it is not a dance. We are not dancing. We are not dancing partners, man. So stop. We got too much work to do. So going back to what do we have in common? I'm going to tell you some of the things we have in common, right? Our people all across the country are losing their homes because of mortgage fraud. Yes, I said it. Mortgage fraud. It's a fraud. Okay? It is a fraud. And it's all about bankers and businessmen give you contracts that you sign that you don't know what it means. Because mortgage means dead deed. Mortgage means dead deed. Once again, I'm going to repeat it. Mortgage means dead deed. Okay? And they are fooling you into all these contracts. So once you pay your mortgage, they're not telling you that you already paid for the house or the land. What they do is they slap on an installment contract on it, which is actually unlawful, but it's legal. All right? Because you consent to that and you don't know. So our people are losing homes. And it's not just our people, people in general. So let me stop making that up for now. Let me stop making it about our people. But in general, people are losing their homes. I'm talking about millions of people because of mortgage fraud. All right? Let me ask you a question. Are we growing our own food? Why aren't we focusing on that? They're selling us poison food. They're giving us poison water. It has GMO. You see what I'm saying? It has atrazine. If you don't know what atrazine does, go look it up. Atrazine, it feminizes the men and it masculinizes the women. And that's in our food and that's in our water. So you have men that's growing up to be men and a few years later, you know, they start twitching their index finger. And they think it's a natural thing. No, it's atrazine, man. It's atrazine and what's being promoted. So we're not growing our own food. That's another thing. And clothes. We're not making our own clothes. So at the ending of the day, those three basic essentials, we are depending on everybody to provide that for us. But yet still we are fighting each other, debating each other. Why? Why is that? If we say we all the same, then why are we debating each other? Okay, I mean, come on, man. Potato, potato. It's the same thing. Like I said before in the last video, and I don't want to sound redundant, you have trees, but you have different kind of trees. A mango tree is not a guava tree. A guava tree is not an orange tree. An orange tree is not a coconut tree. Okay? But at the end of the day, they are all trees, but they are all identified by something else. I don't see a mango tree fighting with an orange tree talking about, yo, we all orange trees, son. Come on, man. Like, seriously. Can you imagine the chaos that would be in nature? Can you imagine that? The chaos that would be in nature if trees went around fighting each other, talking about, nah, we all mango trees. Because we were all called mangoes. Like, come on, y'all might think, you know, it sounds silly, but it really does. It's really silly when people come at me like that. It's childish. Come on. My thing is, we have a continent that belongs to us. Why can't we focus on at least finding, okay, our place in our home? You know what I'm saying? I'm not here talking about fighting people to get rid of them. I ain't doing that. Because for one, I ain't got an army to do that. So people who talk about that, I don't want to associate with them. Okay? Because like I said, I'm not a terrorist. All right? I just want to find a place in my home where I would be respected. That's it. It's that simple. Leave me alone. Do not force your statutes, codes, and ordinances and policies on me. Tell your police officers to leave me alone. It's that simple. Let me grow my own food. Let me do me. Okay, you didn't create me. You're not my master. You're not my authority. As long as I'm respecting people and I'm not harming anybody, then leave me alone. That's what I strive for. Okay, that's what I strive for. That's it. Because everybody else they don't have to work so hard just to live a basic life. Other ethnic groups don't have to work so hard. So why do we have to make it so complicated for ourselves? Why is that? Huh? Is it because we just like things the hard way? Why do Negroes always like things the hard way? You feel me? I would give a Negro a plate of food, and it's because the mentality of the Negro. He would look at the food like, why are you giving me a plate of food? And make it so difficult. Nah, brother, it's because I love you. Sister, it's because I love you. There doesn't always have to be an agenda. And don't get me wrong, I get it. Our people have been hurt. You know what I mean? We have been through so much. You think Africans been through stuff? No. Do you think Africans been through stuff? Brothers and sisters, no. Okay? Africans haven't been through what we have been through. Okay? We are the most oppressed people on the planet. Not Africans. Not East Indians. No, the American Indians. It don't seem that way, but believe me, it is all systematic. It's all systematic. They started raping us before they started raping any other place. They started right here with us. Okay? They started with us. But because we are such a resilient people, we are such a, man, listen, we are strong. We are warriors. Okay? They couldn't take us down. Okay? They couldn't take us down. That's the spirit of our ancestors that we have in us. And I want you to know who we are. So at the ending of the day, they cannot get rid of us. For them to get rid of us, they have to get rid of themselves. Okay? It's called self-destruction. They have to destroy themselves to get rid of us. And that could never happen because we are the soil. You feel me? We are the soil. So my focus is really, and that's all I strive for, is to come together with my brothers and sisters to say, listen, okay, hey, this is a big pizza pie, right? Everybody get a piece of the pie. Cool. I want a piece of the pie too. Don't give me the crumbs. No. I don't want the crumbs. I want a good size piece of pizza so that my people could eat just like everybody else. Y'all eating, we want to eat too. And that's where my mind is at. So I want to sit at the table. Okay, I want to sit at the table. I'm not your dog. I don't want to sit under the table and what drop on the floor, you say, well, chief, you could have it. No, I want to sit at the table and have a knife and fork like everybody else. You know what? And if I so choose, I don't want to eat with a knife and fork. I'm going to take my hand and stick it in that food and I'm going to eat. Call me a savage if you want. I don't care. The point is I'm going to eat. You feel me? That's where my mind is at. That's where my mindset is at. But I can't do this alone. You feel me? And I don't want to do it with everybody who's here to debate to tell me who I am. I don't want that type of energy around me. You be who you want to be. Let me be who I want to be. Let's come together and get ours. It's that simple. And that's never going to change. So stop coming on this platform and doing that. Once again, I will unfriend you and block you. Because to me, it's counterproductive to what we need to do as a people. And that's facts. You still paying rent. You still buying food. You still buying clothes. You still have all their IDs. But you want to come on here and argue and tell people who they are. Come on, man, stop. You still go into their courts and get locked up and go to jail. But you want to come on here and argue and tell people who they are. Come on, stop it, man. We got bigger things to focus on. We got bigger things to focus on. And that's what I want to concentrate on. That's what I want to focus on. I don't want to deal with nobody that's going to stab me in my back. I don't want to deal with that. Because people like that cannot be trusted. Okay? They can't be trusted. And I'm always going to rock with my spirit. I'm always going to rock with my spirit. So I'm going to just put it this way. For those of you who just want to focus on the things that we have in common and not the things that divide us, okay, then that's who I want to work with. That's who I want to build with, okay? I want us to come together, get some land, all right? I don't care if it's 2 acres, 3 acres, 10 acres, all right? I don't care what it is. Let us start somewhere. My thing is, I want to provide a better way for our children. Listen, I only have one son, and he ain't got children yet. I'm going to have some more, believe that. But the point I'm trying to make is, when I say our children, I mean your children as well. Because your children, they are my children as well. I grew up in an era where it took a village to raise the babies. All right? And that's what I gravitate to. I'm always going to be that. It takes a village to raise the babies. All right? Let me tell y'all a little story. A few years, in fact, not just, well, a few years ago, I guess. A few depends on what you call a few. But I'm going to put it that way. About, I would say about, well, it doesn't matter. A few years ago, right? I was in Crown, at that time, I was living in Crown Heights in Brooklyn at that time, in Crown Heights. And there was a brother who was a cop. And he worked in a Jewish neighborhood, right? He worked in a Jewish neighborhood. And the young teenage boys, some young teenage Jewish boys, they were drinking and smoking marijuana, all right? Don't let nobody fool you. Don't let nobody make you think it's only our children that smoke and drink. They do it too as well. They just know how to cover it up. Okay? When they act like holy as thou. All right? They are not holier than anybody else. You feel me? They do even worse things than us. It's just that they control the system. So they know how to disguise that. But let me tell y'all something. And I'm not making it up. The brother that was the cop, there was some Jewish boys. They was drinking and smoking blunts. Yep. Puff, puff, pass. That type of blunt. And he warned them a few times. And they were still doing it. I'm talking about in a Jewish neighborhood, Crown Heights in Brooklyn. So he gave one of them a ticket for smoking weed in public. Do you know what happened? The very next day, the sergeant, his sergeant, called him into his office. He called him into the office and told him, do not give these Jewish boys tickets for smoking or drinking. That kind of bugged him out. He asked why. The sergeant said, listen, just do your job. Do not give these Jewish boys tickets for smoking and drinking. And guess what? That ticket disappeared. That's a true story. So the brother, who is the cop, he let a few weeks go by. Okay? And then the same thing was happening. The Jewish boys were smoking and drinking in the streets. Not in the streets per se, but in front of the yard. But literally in the streets, right? He did the same thing. This time, he gave 3 of them tickets. 3 of them got tickets. You feel me? The next day, the sergeant called him into the office. I told you, do not give this boys tickets. He said, well, Sarge, with all due respect, when it's my people, we give them tickets. When it's my people, we send them to jail. And that's a true story. So why can't I give them tickets? The sergeant told him, you know what? That's something you wouldn't understand. And guess what? 3 weeks later, they transferred him and they sent him to Coney Island to work amongst our people in the hood. Okay? Think of what I just said. And that's a true story. It's not something I made up. It's facts. He told me that. Okay? They took him out of the Jewish community and they put him in Coney Island, in the hood, in the projects where our people are at. All right? Now, if y'all cannot see or hear the message in what I just said, then you will never get it. Let me give you another story. Same Crown Heights, same Jewish people. All right? I don't know what or why that Jewish boy got arrested. I think he was about 17. He got arrested. The precinct was on New York Avenue. All right? On East New York Avenue and New York Avenue. All right? There's a precinct right on that corner. He got arrested. 17 years old. He got arrested for something that he did. And they couldn't sweep it under the rug. So they had to arrest him. Let me tell y'all something. Nobody didn't tell me this. I witnessed this with my own eyes. Because I live right above the precinct. Right above the precinct. So I heard the commotion. I ran downstairs, right? I ran downstairs, ran by the precinct. Literally, I was a block and a half away from the precinct. Okay? All of a sudden, in less than half an hour, they had about 500 Jewish people, mostly men, in front of that precinct telling them they want their son. I rest my case. They want their son. At least 500 of them in front of that precinct. And guess what? They walked out with that 17-year-old. Okay? So if y'all cannot get, thank you, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, family. Appreciate that. Thank you, Chief. So let me tell y'all something, all right? If y'all cannot get what I'm saying, what the significance of what I just told you, let me ask you all a question. While you're on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and all these different platforms arguing who is who and who is what, let me ask you a question. When our sons and daughters get arrested, how many, where's the 500 of y'all to go get them? Huh? Where the 500 of y'all at? Do you see how unorganized we are? No, the system is not broken. It's you that's broken. It's not the system. And y'all could get mad and y'all could take it personal. I don't care. I am not here to tell you what you want to hear. I am here to tell you the truth. That's what I'm here to tell you. Because you always want to wait on one man, one woman to save you. No, we got to come together to save ourselves. That's what we have to do. When one get in trouble, we all show up in our feathers. Feathers up. Okay? That's what we need to do. And we make it go viral. And let the international platform see what they are doing to indigenous children. Because guess what? They have a license to do it to black people. Okay? Because you don't exist. You are dead in law. They have a license to do it to you. They have permission to kill you in the streets. Because you don't exist. But guess what? They don't have a license or permission to murder indigenous people. And if y'all cannot get that, I don't know what else to show you. I don't know what else to tell you. You see, y'all get me so nervous. Y'all got me sweating. And I got deodorant. I just took a shower. That's how nervous y'all got me, man. My people, I'm nervous for y'all. Okay? I am nervous for y'all for real. Come on. 500 Jewish people. Literally about, I would say about 450 of them was men. The rest were just women and some children. They showed up. And I'm telling you, they wasn't outside the precinct talking about, oh, let him go. Nah, they walked into the precinct. They walked into the precinct and got him out. Okay? You feel me? All that comes from what? Unity. Organization. Okay, what's synonymous with organization? Or to be organized. That's what it's about. Individually, they will take you down. Together, then we get a seat at the table. I'm going to repeat myself. Individually, They will make an example of you. But collectively, we get a seat at the table. Let us not make one man or one woman the leader. We all become leaders. Okay? But first you have to learn to be a leader. Because you call yourself a cook, it doesn't mean that I want to come to your restaurant and eat. Because you call yourself a chef, it don't mean that I want to come to your restaurant and eat. Because many of you who call yourself chiefs, you're not a chief, you're a chef. You're supposed to be working in the kitchen. Okay? And that's facts. So learn what it means to be a leader, where you're able to be diplomatic and work in situations where you don't put yourself or your people in harm's way. There's a time and a place for everything. Okay? There's a time and a place for everything. Period. Unless a man touch me, I'm not supposed to touch that man. That's just me. Okay? You could talk as much as you want, but don't put your hands on me. If you touch me, I'm going to defend myself. And that's just where I'm at with it. So we could learn to do things diplomatically. Have a seat at the table where all these decisions that's being made, that's affecting us, we have a say about that. And don't tell me, oh, the system is not going to make it happen. No, we are the system. What you don't realize is that governments cannot exist without the people. Okay? Governments don't create people. People create governments. So if we are the people, let us come to the table and put things in place. That's what I'm talking about. So to me, I see things in my head a little bit differently. Okay? Once again, I don't care what you call yourself. The ending of the day, we were in different clans anyway. We were in different clans anyway. So stop trying to tell me we all call ourselves one thing. That's a lie. Okay? It's a lie. We all came from different families. But it doesn't matter how we translated the terminology or the term by calling ourselves, it always reverted to what? The people. We the people. And that's why it's in pretty much every constitution's preamble. It says what? We the people. Okay? We the people. So at the ending of the day, my brothers and sisters, if we are the people, why are we fighting amongst each other? That is my question. Why we spend so much energy debating? Come on, man. Like for real. You know, we got to do better than that. We are so resourceful, man. You know, we are geniuses. We just know that we are. Even Donald Trump is alluding to what? You know, this whole country was built on the back of slaves or black people. Eventually, slowly but surely, he's telling the truth. People don't realize that. You don't realize how much of an asset Donald Trump is to you than all these other fools that came before him. You feel me? Because I don't know if he's suffering something in his head, but he does what he wants. And I'm cool with that. Because I don't pay it no mind. I already know it's a game that they playing. But guess what? He is doing and saying certain things that they don't like him to say. All right? Now, he said it again. He was alluding that this country was built on the back of black slaves. But what needs to be put in perspective is that it was built on the backs of indigenous people. The said black people that you're calling black slaves, okay, first off, they are not from Africa. They are the original people of the land, and we are not black. Okay? So now once we take that concept right there and we change the narrative of what slavery truly meant in this country, okay, until we do that, we will always be continued to look upon as slaves who came from Africa. And they have all our teachers in the school teaching that. You have all your so-called leaders teaching that. Why aren't we calling them out? Huh? The same people, all right? Those of you who come on here trying to tell me who I am, why don't you go call out Al Sharpton? Huh? Why don't you go call them out? Why are you calling me out? Because you see, y'all focusing on the wrong thing. I'm looking at the big picture, man. You could never change anything looking from the bottom, looking up. You got to get to the top. So I'm saying is, where is our seat at the table? How many of us are willing to go to Washington, all right, in our feathers and stand up and say, listen, we want to sit at the table. We're not asking you. We are telling you we want to sit at the table. This is our home and we need a say. We are going to have a say. Now, if that's going to label me as a terrorist, then so be it. Okay? Because I'm not going to stand around and have nobody violate my creator given rights. Okay? Period. And that's just me. I'm not asking anybody to do what I will do. That's why I travel around the country and talk to people, bring the truth out. Let them tell the truth. You feel me? Let them speak the truth. So before I do anything, I asked my ancestors to guide me. Listen, you know, let me tell y'all what I did yesterday. First of all, that was already, the ancestors put that in play. Because I was supposed to go to this other, I think it was a mound or whatever. And for some reason it was closed. Okay. And then I looked up on the internet and the Chickasaw Cultural Center came up. And then I was like, you know what? Literally, it was like about an hour and a half away. I traveled an hour and a half away because I'm in Oklahoma right now. I'm in a hotel room, right? I traveled an hour and a half away just to get that 28 minutes of that video. Now, did I know that was going to happen? No. I allowed my ancestors to guide me because before I left, I said, listen, ancestors, I am going there. And whatever you want to make happen there, let it happen. I'm just a vessel. Use me. Use me to get what you want out of this. So I literally went there and I started taking pictures. Okay? Started taking pictures. I had no idea that that man was there. I didn't know. I was taking pictures of all the BS on the wall, of all these people that are immigrants. They're saying that's us. And I'm here shaking my head talking to my ancestors. I'm like, listen, don't worry. I'm going to get justice for y'all. Watch. So I'm taking pictures. So now they had this little so-called powwow or little dance that they had about 2:30. Okay. And I wanted to go check it out. But it so happened that when I was getting ready to go out, that same gentleman in the video, he was talking to two other people. It seemed like, which was two students, it seems. And one of them was that other young Caucasian dude in the video. Okay. So long story short, he talking to them and I hear he explaining things to them. And I was like, okay, you know what? The spirit told me, guess what, Chief? This is the one that's going to tell you the truth today. Now, mind you, okay, they had at least six security guards or tour guides, so to speak, in that museum. I passed all of them straight. I can't make this up. I told y'all I move in the spirit. I don't let the flesh move me. I let the spirit move me. And I'm walking. All of a sudden, the ancestors came. The ancestors said, Chief, that's the one right there. I said, okay, I got y'all. I stood up and I'm just taking pictures around. I took my time. I wasn't rude. I waited until he explained what he had to explain to the people. And then I came a little closer, taking pictures. Guess what? He opened up his mouth. As soon as he opened up his mouth, man, he took the bait. It was beautiful. It was beautiful, perfect opportunity. I didn't have to do anything. And I got into it. And guess what? He spoke the truth. I didn't plan that. I didn't set it up. No, I move in the spirit. And I allow the spirit to guide me. And that's what I do. So I'm saying all that to say is this. We are living in a beautiful time right now. Okay? In a beautiful time where we are able to make some changes, some real changes, where we have an opportunity to finally live life. Demi, much love. I love y'all too. All right? Where we have an opportunity to live life for a change. I'm not talking about surviving. I'm talking about we have a perfect opportunity to live life on our land. We have a chance to finally get a shot and live the American dream. Because every other ethnic group comes into our home and live the American dream, but the American Aborigine get to live a nightmare. I am tired of having nightmares. In fact, before I go lay down, I never watch scary movies because I'm afraid to have a nightmare. I am tired of the nightmares. I want to have dreams. I want to laugh. I want to be able to go on yachts. I want to be able to go into the forest and chill and hug trees and eat fruits and plant food. I don't smoke weed, but damn it, I will drink some tea. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be free, man. That's it. I just want to be free. So my people, how hard is it to get you to see that vision? How hard is it to let you see that the temperature is absolutely ripe right now? I didn't say right. I said ripe. Because you see, I only subscribe to things in nature. It's ripe right now. The opportunities that we had, they were green. They wasn't ready for the picking. But now it's ripe. Let us focus on that. Remember, we are farmers. Okay? You have to know when it's time for the picking of the fruit. Now it's ripe. Let us use that to our advantage. Things will fall into our lap. We don't have to go look for it. It's right there for the picking. We don't have to fight so hard. We are the ones that's making it hard for us because we are so we always push it. And don't get me wrong. We are a resilient people. So that energy of us always want to push. It's only natural. But sometimes we have to allow the universe, okay, to take its course, take its path. All right? The universe will make things happen. We don't have to always push so much. We don't always have to give so much resistance. We don't always have to do that. Things will fall in place because it already happened. Let me tell you something about your life, about our life, okay? Things already happened. It has already manifested, okay? The only thing is, because we are living in a realm of matter and things get slowed down so much, it seems like it's taking so much time. Hence the allegory of 1,000 years down here is one day up there. Now, again, it's an allegory. Okay, so I don't want people to go around talking about, oh, Chief was talking about sky daddies. No, I don't believe in the sky daddy, all right? But the point I'm trying to make is it's an allegory. That's all it means. Okay, all it means is this: 1,000 years down here is 1,000 years up here. What does that mean? It means that we have already won that war. Not the battle. We have already won the war. Okay, we have already won the war. We are victorious. All we have to do now is just step into our victory. That's all we have to do. Stop allowing all this outside stimuli or stimuli to take us away from our path, our course. If we are the people, if we are brothers and sisters, why are we arguing about that? All right? And then you have our people always arguing and debating about this is my territory and this is where I'm at. And man, listen, the Most High put us on earth to enjoy it. It's that simple, period. Okay? We are too territorial when it comes to us. I don't care who you are. If I have a cup of water and you are thirsty, half of it is yours. Okay? If I have a loaf of bread and you are hungry, half of it is yours. I don't care who baked the bread. I don't care if it was me who baked it. No, I don't care if I'm the baker. The point is I could feed my brother and I could feed my sister. That's it. It's all about respect. That's what it's about, man. Respect and honor. So we're living in a perfect time because the world is changing. People are coming together. And when I say people, I'm not just talking about people who look like us. That's why I don't play the color game. Okay? However, I will make sure that our story and his story is told in perspective. I am not going to play the games. Okay? I will make the corrections when needed. But at the end of the day, the world is coming together as one spirit, as one people. Because people are tired of tyranny. People are tired of seeing other people dying and suffering. People are tired of that. Absolutely. One love. That's what it's about. And I already broke down the analogy of the Aryan age for y'all. So I'm not going to get into that. Right now we are in the Aquarius age, where everybody's waking up and questioning things and coming together. That's what it's about. And you know why it's happening? It's because the next age is the Capricorn age, where the heaven and earth is going to be created. All right? So the earth belongs to us. The soil belongs to us. All right? Hey, peace, peace and love, brother. So that's what it's about. And anybody, I don't care if it's individuals, I don't care if it's groups, I don't care if it's governments, any one of those aforementioned that's preventing people from doing that, then you are enemy of the people. You are an enemy of the people. If you don't want the people to live freely, if you don't want the people to grow their food, okay, provide their own, be self-sufficient, that means you're trying to create and promote a system of slavery. And that goes against international human rights. Okay? So we have to stand against that. I am tired of our people getting the worst end of the stick. All right? And at some point, we have to wake up and take responsibility. We have to clean our house first before we clean anybody else's home. And like I said before, I am willing to work with anybody. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you call yourself. As long as your intentions are pure. All right? Our earth is screaming, crying for help. And people here fighting about, oh, well, this is who we are. This is who we are not. Oh, well, this area is mine. Oh, my ancestors was here. Now, man, listen. We're not supposed to be having this kind of conversations amongst ourselves. Okay? We shouldn't be having these conversations about, amongst ourselves. I hear too many individuals arguing with people, all right, and debating with people, telling them, oh, well, you know what? We was here first. And when I say we, I'm talking about amongst ourselves. I don't care who was in what area first before anybody. As long as it's your brother or your sister and they're coming with love and respect, you should provide a home for them. It's that simple. Because at the end of the day, let me ask you a question. When this physical body go into the ground, what are you taking? What are you taking with you? Are you taking the land with you? Huh? Are you taking the cars with you? Are you taking the fiat currencies with you? Those are to me, those are honest questions. Are you taking those things with you? No. You know what you take with you? You take the relationships that you build with you. That's what you take. The feelings, the love, the appreciation, the warm feeling. That's what you take with you. Once you transcend to the other side, that's what you take with you, family. I have never seen anybody take land with them. I have never seen that. As a matter of fact, your body go back into the soil. So the truth of the matter is, the soil don't belong to you. You belong to the soil. You feel me? The soil owns your body. You don't own it. All right? And our ancestors knew that. Our ancestors knew that. They didn't own the land owned them. And it made perfect sense. Because once this physical body, what? It's done. It goes into the ground. Then what happens? Your body goes back into the soil. So who owned what? Who owned what? The soil owns us. We don't own the soil. Because that's where the physical body goes. So all I'm just saying is, why when it comes to us amongst ourselves, we are always fighting a brother and a sister to say, no, oh, well, my family was here before yours. What you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Because at the end of the day, it's that simple. It's there for everybody. All we have to do is just respect each other. That's it. That's what I'm saying. You don't get me wrong. There have to be order. There has to be order because there's order in the universe. But all I'm just saying is, man, we got to learn to come together some way, somehow. All right. Some way, somehow, we have to learn to put our differences aside. Okay. Because our children deserve better. If you don't do it for you, stop being selfish and do it for our children. Okay. What kind of world are we going to leave for them? Huh? Come on, man. And then our youngsters, they don't know how to deal with situations. Look at them in videos all across YouTube and Facebook. They don't know how to come together and deal with situations. They're always fighting, punching, shooting. Come on, man. We got to do better than that, man. Because they don't see the adults coming together and working diplomatically. Okay? Regardless of what differences we have, let us come together and work it out. And it starts in the home. It starts with the home, right? They see their mothers and their fathers cannot get along. They fighting each other, dogging each other out in the home. They go into the communities, is the same thing. So what do you think they're going to do? That's all they know. And then we say, oh, this generation, man, listen. I could smack some of y'all adults for always talking like that. It is not the generation. It is the progenitors of the nation. It's those who came before them that is setting the precedence. That's why they are the way they are. Take the responsibility. Stop blaming everything on this generation. Because you got TV raising your children. You got the internet raising your children. Okay? Don't blame it on them. It's your fault. It's your fault. All right? We have to go back to the concept of village again. And that's why for me, this whole single mother and celebrating single motherhood, I don't like that, period. I will never promote that. I will never support that. I will never do that. Now, I also don't promote fathers not being in their children's lives. Okay? I don't support that as well. So, men, I'm asking y'all to step up. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of men want to step up, but you have a lot of vindictive women. Even if a father want to step up, y'all don't want him to step up. So you have a lot of poisonous people. A lot of our people are damaged. So once again, I will tell you, that's my alarm going off. Hold on for a second. All right. So I'll tell y'all again. Be careful who you lay down with to have children. Okay. As a man, as a woman, I'm speaking to both male and female. Be careful who you laying down with. Okay. To have children. Because a lot of our people are damaged. Okay. If you cannot get into a situation that as adults, that if things don't work out, you know what, man? Listen, it didn't work out. Let us be cordial. Let us be cordial. We could go our separate ways, but we got children to raise. Let us keep the courts out of our business. All right? Come on. We don't need that. We could handle our own situations. Why can't we do that? Everybody else is doing it. So why can't we do it? So all I'm just saying is, man, when y'all want to go around having sex with everybody and then bringing children into this world in these chaotic situations, man, we are the ones creating that. Not them. They, yes, they picked their parents, but at the end of the day, man, it's your responsibility, man, to have a place that the children could come to where there's not chaos. And every relationship is not going to work until the end of time. Sometimes it's a season and it's for a reason. So when you get to know people, man, get to know them not just in the flesh, but get to know them within. Know who you are dealing with. Okay? It's already a contract. Put it on paper. Okay? Put it on paper, man. Write the terms and conditions of the contract. Well, just in case such and such, all right, we're going to work this out. All right. And every 5 years, you could amend the contract. Okay. Do a contract. It's that simple. I want some more children, but guess what? I'm not going to have children with anybody that's not willing to sign a contract. No, there got to be a contract because I don't want to deal with the BS. You feel me? I don't want to deal with that, period. But so we're going to come together as two adults and we're going to write a contract that's conducive for the both of us. And then we're going to include our child or children in that contract and decide where we got to go. We write that contract until they reach 21 or 23. Every 5 years, this is what's going to happen. This is that. This is we are not allowed to do this. Blah, 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 blah. So at the end of the day, everybody will be held accountable for what they put on paper and make sure you get it notarized. Okay? Now, whether you want to look at it as a business or not, unfortunately, we live in a contractual world right now. So it is a contract. Okay? If you don't believe me, go look at your birth certificate. You already got a contract. The only problem is you didn't create it. Okay? That's the only problem. You didn't create it. So for me, that's what I'm about. I'm giving you guys sound, I wouldn't say advice. I'm giving myself sound advice. And if you want to take it, that's on you. But I just think that too many of our people are caught up in situations. Our men are going to jail, because of child support. Our women are going to jail because of child support. Our men are going to jail because women are vindictive. Man, listen, at the end of the day, I don't condone men not taking care of their children. I don't condone that. All right. And giving some money weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, and then not spending time with your children. That is not, to me, that's not fatherhood. Okay. That's not fatherhood. Giving money doesn't equate to being a good dad. You know what makes you a great father? Is spending time with your children, connecting, bonding. All right? And to me, if a man could do both, great. But I would literally take my hat off to a man that's really trying hard. And brother, if you cannot do financially, but you are there for your children physically and emotionally, man, listen. If I have to give you $20 a week, if I could afford it every single week to buy some milk and something for your children, man, listen, I would do it. Because to me, you are honorable by wanting to spend time with your children, connecting with your children. All right. It's not about financial and the fiat currency. Yes. You know what? We need it to get things. But sometimes a lot of these women, they just take it overboard. Okay. Children don't need $300-400 pair of sneakers for you to be a good dad. Don't fall into that trap. You feel me? I don't care if I have to buy you a pair of slippers for $16.99, but I'm spending time with my children, letting them know I love them and connecting with them. Man, listen, that's what matters. That's what matters. So at the end of the day, everybody got some growing to do. Both men and women got some growing to do. Our people are caught up in this court system. You are nothing but a number. Okay? You are nothing but a number. That's why they have no respect for you. Our people idolize this materialistic world too much, man. And you are missing the message. The message is what? To build and love each other, man. That's what it's about. And I'll tell you another thing. One of the main reasons why my ancestors always provide for me, you know why? Is because this right here, let me show y'all. Okay? This right here, it don't mean anything to me. It doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not attached to this. Okay? I don't love this. Okay? I mean, yes, I use it to do what I got to do, but that's about it. That's about it. I would put up my Cash App to get support because it's needed. It's needed. But I'm not going to make it my master. You see, I'm not going to make it my master. It is not the most important thing to me. The most important thing to me is you. Relationships that I build. The people that I meet. Okay? That's what matters to me. The people that I connect with. That's it. Okay, that's what matters to me. And y'all have to seem to get that. We have to go back to a people again where we care about each other and stop spending so much time focusing on the materialistic things. Okay? We have to stop that. Fiat currency, this doesn't determine who you are. Okay? It doesn't determine who you are. This shouldn't determine your status. All right? This shouldn't determine your status. You know what should determine your status? The type of friends that you have in your life. Okay? Now I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all might say Chief Kalinago is bullshitting, but let me tell you, this is coming from the heart. Okay? Give me $1 million. Okay? Give me $1 million. Or give me a friend that is loyal to me for life. Guess what? I will give that $1 million away. And that's facts. I'm going to say this again. Give me $1 million or give me a friend who would consider me a brother. Okay? Who's going to be loyal for life. You could take your $1 million. And that's facts. And I wish that opportunity would come to me so I could prove it. Because you see, that's what matters to me. The friends, the relationship that I build. Okay? I could literally go anywhere across this country right now. Pretty much anywhere across this country right now. And somebody say, Chief, you know what? I got a place for you to chill. Unfortunately, coming to Oklahoma, that I don't know a lot of people in Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? So that opportunity didn't present itself for that. You feel me? But at the ending of the day, around the country, it's relationships that I'm building. All right? And to me, that's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. All right? We are a beautiful people. We are a loving people, you know, and we spend too much time loving everybody else. We spend a lot of time forgiving everybody else, but we don't forgive each other. Okay? A brother step on your sneakers, you want to pop him in the head. Okay? Nah. You see, we have to be a little more compassionate for each other. All right? We have to be. At least learn to be. Now, don't get me wrong. Anybody who's out there trying to hurt me intentionally, that's premeditated. Okay? That means your intentions are not in the right place. I'm not going to forgive you. I don't care what you look like. There's a difference. Okay? But if somebody does something to me, it was an accident. It wasn't intentional. Why not forgive? Why not forgive a brother or a sister? Why not? I don't see why not. Huh? Man, I would love to travel all over the Americas, and wherever I go, I would sit and eat a plate of food with a brother or a sister, man. You know what I mean? Like, I love that stuff. That's why I'm always on the road. Because that's just my life, though. I don't think my life was meant for me to be in one place. You know, that's how I know I'm an Aborigine, man, because a lot of my ancestors, that's what they did. They traveled all over the Americas. Go see brothers and sisters and sit down and eat and talk and joke around. The same thing we are doing now, that's what we used to do back in the days. The only thing is now we are doing it and we are not cognizant of it. Okay? We don't know what we are doing. So we are literally doing the same thing that our ancestors did. We are just doing it without any structure. That's all we are doing. And I want us to bring back the structure. I want us to come back knowing who we are. All right? That's all I want. And before my physical body leave this, before physical body go back to the soil, I'm going to make sure I at least set the trend or lay the platform or the foundation so that somebody could take it and run with it. I just want to play my part. That's it. I don't want to fight. I don't want to debate. I don't want to do none of that. All right? I don't want to do none of that. I just want to build with y'all. That's why I tell people I don't want to lead anybody. I want to walk with you. I don't want to walk in front of you. I don't want to walk behind you, because when people behind you, they could stab you in your back. Okay? I don't want to walk behind nobody, because people could lead you into destruction. But I want to walk with you. That's what I want to do. I just want to walk with my people, man. So we have a chance like everybody else. Okay? That's it. You know what I mean? All right, that's what's up. If you have family in Oklahoma, you know what I mean, let them link me. You know, send me an inbox connect. I'm going to be here until the 9th. Then I'm going to be leaving. The plans are I'm going to make a stop in Atlanta. All right, so if you're in Atlanta and you want to, you know, do a meet and greet, then we could do that. All right, but then I'm going to go back to the East Coast on the 13th, because we're doing our little Indigenous Peoples Day for the 14th. All right, and then after that, the next plan is to go to Arizona. All right, because I got to go build with a brother. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is this. I am doing what the ancestors have summoned me to do. All right. Years ago, I went to them like a child. Okay. Humble, crying on my knees. Ancestors, I need a purpose with my life. Show me what my purpose is. I've told you all my story, so I'm not going to rehash it anymore. All right. But then they gave me my purpose, and I'm living my purpose. I am happy. I am joyful. Okay? My heart is as light as a feather. I know what it means to live life. And guess what? I don't have a lot of this. So obviously, this is not what matters. It's the joy of doing what I do. You think when I put my Cash App on my Facebook page and you don't support, you think it bothers me? It don't bother me. I'm going to be honest. It used to. Because I tell myself, damn, Chief, you're doing so much for your people and they're not supporting. And the ancestors said, Chief, don't worry about it. What's there for you, you will get it. And those who are supposed to give on to you, they will give on to you. So, in other words, I stopped making that a priority. And guess what? The ancestors, they always provide. And for those of you who actually supported my Cash App for the past few days, thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot. But you see, this doesn't mean anything to me. And when I get ready to go to ATL to build, guess what? I'm going to do it on my own account. When I'm getting ready to go to Arizona to build with my brother in Arizona, guess what? I'm going to do it on my account. I'm not going to depend on anybody to do it for me. My brother Deshaun, peace and love, brother. Love you too. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm always going to be provided for. Always. And I just wish for y'all, my wish for you, my brothers and sisters, is to feel what I feel. Okay? Feel what it feels like to have a light heart with no animosity, no hatred, no jealousy, no envy. I want you to feel that. I want you to experience that. And until you could experience that and feel that, then you would never know what it means to walk in my shoes. And I'm not saying that from a cocky standpoint. I'm saying that from a perspective of letting you know what it means to feel love and be loved and to love. Okay? When you tell a brother or a sister, I love you, it doesn't always have to be a cannibalistic love. Okay? I tell my sisters I love them. It is not because I want to get in their panties. You know what I'm saying? When I tell a brother I love you, it's not because of fruit. You know what I mean? Because I'm a real man, for real. I don't play that. You know what I mean? And if I tell a brother I love you and he want to look sideways, I'm going to warn you first. And if you try to disrespect, I'm going to smack you up. All right? Don't get it twisted. My love is the love of a God, of a deity. All right? So when I tell you I love you, I'm telling you I love you from that perspective. You feel me? So we have to go back to loving each other again. All right? Without all the crazy agendas. Now, so like I said, man, I'm just looking for the people that's willing to build. All right. This is my hopes. And people always say, well, certain things I'm not going to put on the internet, right? Because I'd rather deal with that in person. But my vision, okay, is to start taking our people away from these cities. Okay. Last night, you know, I was coming back to the hotel, and underneath an overpass, you know, underneath the overpass on the highways, they normally have pigeons underneath the overpass. When I looked underneath the overpass, I saw 4 brothers, homeless, sleeping underneath that overpass. And 2 of them was actually next to the stoplights, begging. Come on. Why? Why? And this stuff, it breaks my heart, because I'm like, why we as a people? Why can't we come together and do for our brothers and sisters who are in need? The church is not doing it. Every Sunday, our people go to a church and give a pastor your all, give a minister your all. He take it and go give it to the Vatican. Huh? Why don't you take that 10%, come together as a community and provide homes for our brothers and sisters who cannot provide for themselves? Huh? Those are the things that I want to do, but I can't do it alone. I want to get some land and create little earth homes and go around every city and get our homeless brothers and sisters, bring them back into the land. We have a master herbalist, you know, rehabilitate them, okay, clean them up. That's what I want to do, but I can't do it alone. I'm only one man, family. I'm only one man, and I'm playing my part, and I'm asking you to play yours. That's all I'm asking. It's not about ego. I tell people I don't want to be your leader. I don't want to be your chief. The ancestors gave me that. You feel me? And they didn't give it to me because I want to control people or rule people. No, they gave it to me because of the things that they want me to do. They want me to take a chiefly position in doing those things. That's all it is. All right? That's all it is. So to me, this ain't got nothing to do with ego. It's about wanting to make sure that my people are good, because every other culture take care of theirs. All right? So if we could get some land and start building some earth homes, it don't have to be expensive. All right? And start pulling our brothers and sisters out the streets. Go into New York right now. See how many of our people are homeless because of gentrification. These Jews, these Jewish people are buying everything up. They're buying everything up and putting up buildings, and you have 1-bedroom apartment, $17, $18, $1900. Come on, man. Our people can't afford that. And I you know, years ago, I'm talking about 15 years ago, I warned our people. I say, listen, gentrification is coming to Brooklyn. And they didn't believe me. Everybody thought I was crazy. Now look at it right now. Look at it right now. Because the signs, I saw the signs, okay? In neighborhoods where we didn't have bike lanes, all of a sudden we were getting bike lanes. And I'm asking myself, damn, I grew up in Brooklyn and we never had no bike lanes. So all of a sudden we getting bike lanes. You know? So what are you trying to tell me? That our children didn't need to be protected when they were riding their bikes? But now you have these people coming in, they were setting it up. Okay? Then all of a sudden, we keep getting speed bumps. Okay? We keep getting speed bumps in our neighborhoods. And I'm like, hold up. You try to tell me that when our children are playing, drivers could come do 95 miles an hour. But now, their children, you have to put speed bumps so that the speed limit could be 25 miles an hour. Okay? Then all of a sudden, we started going from garbage cans on the streets to garbage bins. Okay? And recycle bins. Terminology start to change. Certain places in the neighborhood where you could make a left, all of a sudden, there's a sign, no left turn anymore. Come on. You feel me? And I saw all coming. And then another thing that was coming was what? They they started to close certain churches down and turn them into storage places. Hold up. What are you going to store? And who is the storage for? It was all designed. And our people are too blind to see. They are too blind to see. Okay? They are too blind to see because they don't get the system. It is not personal. It is all about business, commerce. Okay? A business has no feeling. So don't take it personal when you come and take your house. It is business. I'm not saying it's moral. I'm not saying it's right. But that's just what it is. So now they have these storage places all over Brooklyn. And I'm like, okay, oh, it's going down. It's going down, right? So said, so done. Gentrification started to show its face. And then our people start losing their apartments. And guess what? Guess what came in handy? Storage houses. Okay? The storage houses. So it was all planned. It was all planned. So my thing is this. The universe is showing us and teaching us something, but we are too blind to see. The universe is telling us, go back to nature. Get away from these cities. Give me a chance to destroy these cities. Give me a chance to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. All right? Give me a chance to destroy it. But no, you want to get stuck in the cities because you want to keep being a slave. You want to keep up with the Joneses. Yes, it's happening all over, Brandy. It's happening all over. Because you know what? The Great Spirit wants us to go back into nature. That's where we were strong. That's where we were vigilant. That's where we were actually at our best. You feel me? Brothers and sisters, our land is here waiting for us. There we go. We got to run to the hills. That's where we have to go back to. So I want to be able to get some land and pull our people out of the cities. You know what? You want the city? You want the tall buildings? You want to pay the $2,500 rent? Go ahead. Take it. You could have it all. Give me the land. Give me the land. And for all those of you who are going around buying expensive cars, expensive purses, expensive... Man, listen. What happened to the land? The real resources in the land. The real resources in the land. When is the next best investment? Okay, whether it may be gold, silver, guess what? Guess where all of them come from? It comes from land. Everything that we are chasing, it comes from the land. Guess who are the original people of the land? We are. So how is that? How is it so hard to see? Huh? Why is that so hard to see? You live in neighborhoods where you don't even know your neighbor's name. You live in project buildings where you don't even know your neighbor's name. Our people are so disconnected. Our people are so disconnected. It's a damn shame. Okay? You live in project buildings and you don't know your neighbor's name. Why can't y'all come together? Talk, build. Listen, man, this is not life. We can't live like this. Let us put our money together. Let's go get 5 acres. Come on, like, how hard is it? How hard is it? You don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure those things out. You know, y'all got me working extra hard here. Look, I'm sweating like a damn cow. Well, do cows sweat? I don't know. I never seen a cow sweat, but this don't look cool at all. Whoa. Anyway, let me just, for real, like, for real. All right, let me just put it on my head real quick. Look at this. Put my pants over my head, man. For real, this sweat thing, it ain't looking too cool, but it's cool. You know, this is hard work I'm doing here. Hard work. Y'all got me sweating. You know what I mean? Y'all got me sweating. So let me just put on this pancho, right? But brothers and sisters, man, the point I'm making is this, right? We could do it, okay? We can do it. And I'm encouraging us to do it. I know we can do it. We could do better. We are going to do better because I'm going to keep pushing for you to do better. I'm never going to stop. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep pushing until you get it. Until you realize that we are stronger with the things we have in common than the things that divide us. Okay? I'm going to keep pushing that until each and every one of you who's supposed to get it will get it. Okay? And we're going to be just fine. Because like I said, victory is ours. It's that simple. Okay? It's that simple. All you have to do is just step into your role. Okay? Things may be tough right now. It may be hard right now. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I see they messing with the live. You know what I mean? But that's what they do, though. That's what they do. They can't stop us, though. They can't stop us. You know what I mean? So I love you guys. And I'm about to conclude this build. I just wanted to come and, just share a little insight, just share what's on my mind with you today, and I tell folks when I post things, I just post things so that you could do research. I don't post things to attack anybody. That's not in my nature. You know what I mean? The only time for me attack is necessary is when you attack me, all right? That's it. It's all about self-defense. I'm not going to attack anybody first. All right, that's just what it is. So once again, I am here to build. Okay, I'm putting some things together. I personally think, and that's just me, that we need to come together as a people to decide, and I'm talking about politically, all right, as to what we want to identify as a people. Okay. I think it's imperative because we are living once again in such a political driven system. All right. So I, for one, I would rock with American Aborigine. Like I said, like I've said before, it is recognized internationally. Big things are happening in Canada for the American Aboriginals. Big things are happening in Australia for the American Aborigines. So I'm just saying is, if it's not broken, why fix it? You see, too many of us like to fix things that are not broken. So it's not broken, so I'm not going to fix it. So if being an American Aborigine, okay, is recognized internationally and people are getting their land back as Aborigines, why would I want to call myself anything else? So for me, I just think that overall, that we, as the original people of the land, we should call ourselves American Aborigines. Okay? And that's what I'm going to stand on. That's what I'm going to stand for. All right? Now, individually, you could call yourself what you want. You could call yourself a parrot, a bird, a hummingbird. Okay? I don't care what you call yourself. But overall, all right, politically, I want us to stand and make a statement. Moving forward in 2020, we are not black, we are not African Americans, we are American Aborigines. Okay? Period, point blank. Okay? And that's the statement that I am going to make. Okay? Now, you choose to make whatever statement that you want to make, but that's the statement that I'm going to make. All right? And for those of you who want to walk together with me, let's make that statement. Okay? Because I know we can. We are going to. All right? So let's come together, man. Let's come together. I'm working behind the scenes to put certain things in perspective. Once it's all said and done, then guess what? It's going to be, I'm going to present it to y'all and you do what you want with it. All right? But trust me, everything is being worked on. All right? I'm talking about that whole umbrella of identity, of calling ourselves or identifying ourselves as American Aborigines. That's going to be already in place. All right. A trust is going to set up. All that's going to be in place to protect our people. So everything is going to be done. Everything is going to be in place. All you just need is just come home. That's it. That's it. All right. And like I said, I'm playing my part. That's all I could do. Play my part. Okay. It's about time we as a people, we are recognized internationally. All right. We have a seat at the table internationally. All right. And that's what I strive for. So once again, let me make my disclaimer. I'm not part of any terrorist group. I'm not part of any extremist group. I am not a sovereign citizen. None of that. I am an American Aborigine. All right. And my ancestors have been on this landmass, this soil called the Americas, Turtle Island, from time immemorial. And I'm here to exercise my creator given rights. All right. So with being said, that's all it is for me, man. That's all it is. Okay. That's all it is. Okay. So you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I know a few people send me some inboxes. I have a few calls to make, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to take care of that. Once again, I'm leaving Oklahoma on the 9th. I'm going to head out to ATL for a little bit. That's the plan. Okay. Hope it works out that way. And then I'm going to go back to the East Coast, work on some things. And then I would say around, let me see. I know the 14th we have our Indigenous Peoples Day event. And then I'm going to chill for about 7 days. And then after that, I'm going to go to Arizona. All right. I'm going to go to Arizona, folks. So any of y'all that's in Arizona, all right, I would say anywhere around the 22nd towards the end of October. If you're in that area, man, let's do a meet and greet because I'll be out there building with a brother. All right. And I'm talking about a brother that got land and we're going to come together. And I'm just moving in the spirit, you know what I mean? And make things happen. All right. So if you have any particular skills, just know that those skills are going to be needed. All right. Because we want all hands on deck. All hands on deck. If you got some skills, it's time for us to start utilizing our skills to build us. We have used our skills to build everybody else, to build everything else. It's about time we start using our own resources to build us. All right. And that's where I'm at with it. So peace and love and harmony to each and every one of you. I'm about to conclude this and we will talk a little later. All right. One love. Take care.